Hello, hello, hello. Once again, my name is Troy White. I'm with the financial planning firm, Hoodoo Financial. I am an investment advisor, portfolio manager, all that. I'm talking to you today about finance, so information that you need to know. So again, my name is Troy White. My friends call me T-Roy. We're becoming friends, so you can call me that if you call me. Just a little bit about myself. I am in the financial services industry. I have been for since about 1999, 1998, something like that. I've been educating myself on finance and investment, since forever. And I got a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and other training in finance and investment. My background, banking, finance, stockbroker, investments, investment operations. Probably the number one expertise I have is involved in something that you may not care, but I'm tell you anyway. So that if I had to say I'm an expert on this earth at something, that's going to be securitizing assets. So you might have heard of CMOs or MBS, CDOs, or you might not have ever heard of that. Nerds like me have heard of it, right? So that stands for collateralized mortgage obligations, collateralized debt obligations, and mortgage-backed securities. So that has been an interest of mine for many, many years. And it's a long ass story as to how a person will get interested in that. And I don't care to tell you that story. I don't think you care to hear it. But that's the type of stuff that interests me. My company is Hoodoo Financial. It's a registered investment advisory created to serve people like you because you are a new type of investor that didn't used to exist, and I am a new type of financial services professional that didn't used to exist. And there needs to be more of me because there needs to be more of you. There won't be more of you unless there are more of me. And more of me meaning individuals whose profession is to help investors solve their problems and achieve their goals. That's a fancy way, sort of saying help people take the money they got, invest it in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, real estate, and other alternative investments, and help people like you plan their goals and use those investment tools to achieve those goals. So that's fundamentally what I'm doing, and that's why I'm talking to you, and I'm trying to inform you or convince you that of some issues that you're not aware of, some of the problems that you have that you don't know you have, some of the things that you could do to benefit your life that you don't know you could do. So, that's why I'm talking to you. And, I'm not really a great salesman, but sales is a part of what I have to do as a firm. And so I sort of always feel like, I don't want to sell nobody nothing. But I do need to talk to you and tell you what is out here for you. And I'm one of the people to provide it for you. And so in terms of sales, I am selling you this stuff. But I'm not really trying to sell you nothing. I'm really trying to say, hey, here's what's happening. If you got these problems, I can help you. Or if you got some reason why you don't want me to help you, then I'm telling you, call up the people who you got right now that can help you. Or, call somebody else, call your cousin or something and have them help you. But at least I'm bringing you the information, telling you about what's out here for you, and telling you about some of the areas that you may not be aware of that you got problems. So that's fundamentally my role and why I'm talking to you. So today I'm talking about real estate investing, because I usually talk mostly about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or financial planning. And I know that all of that is it's not the same, but all of it works together. And it's not, some people specialize in one area, and I understand that. And I work with people who specialize in one area, because I specialize in one area too. One area to talk to you about all of this stuff, and I can help you with various aspects of it. But there's other aspects of these things I cannot help you with. But I can help by saying, go over there, call this dude. His number is this. He gonna help you with that. But I might not be the person to help you, is what I'm saying. But hey, I got info, I got knowledge I can spit to you and hook you up with where to find the solution to these financial problems that you may have. So I'm not trying to say I know every damn thing or that I can do every damn thing. But hey, if you start here, start with me, we're gonna get it done. So that's me. That's who I am. That's what I do. That's why I'm talking to you. Real estate. So the aspect of real estate that I want to discuss today is about self-directed IRAs. A self-directed IRA account. I made another video recently about this, but when I listened to it, it wasn't really everything I wanted to say, and this video is not going to be everything I want to say. So I'm gonna do several videos that cover several different angles, several different aspects, dive a little deeper in this section versus that section. And there's more than a few aspects to every investment product or strategy. So one video ain't gonna cover it all. So that's what we're talking about today. So I want to cover some solid strategies for investing with your self-directed IRA. Forgive me if you see me looking down on my notes, but I made notes so that I can stay on track and really cover the stuff that I want to cover. Because any one of these topics, I could literally talk for an hour and just ramble on about one. I just made several bullet points. I actually got like 5 pages of bullet points, and we're not going to cover them all. But I could just talk for hours on any one of these bullets right here. So we're going to get into it and see what we can cover. So start off, a self-directed IRAs. I'm going to tell you what it is, why we need it, why you need it, and what's it going to help you do. All right, a self-directed IRA is, an IRA is an individual retirement account. It's a retirement account for a person like you. So when you have a 401k at your job, that's a retirement account that is working in conjunction with your employer. Your employer gets a tax benefit for investing in, for helping you invest in there, or else they wouldn't even do it. It wouldn't be no 401k at your job if it wasn't a benefit for the job to have that account ability for you to invest in that account. And your employers will contribute to your 401k as a means to attract a better quality employee. So what I'm saying is, if Corporation A and Corporation B, if you are up for a job interview at both of those, both of them have said they like you, they want to pick you. Well, those corporations both know that they are in competition for quality employees. And so to compete, they need to offer a package that's better than their competitor, or better than any other competitor for the talent that's out there. So, you know, any job is competing for your talent. So, since they're in competition, these 401ks become the determining factor for many people as to whether I'm going to work for that company or I'm going to work for that company. This company has a 3% match on the 401k. That company has a 4% or up to a 6%, right? So that's what's up. Companies will match up to about 6%. I think, forgive me if I'm forgetting the actual law. I got my book right here. I can look it up. I got my financial planning principles, fundamentals right here. I could look it up, but I'm not gonna waste my time with that. So there is, I believe, an employer will match up to 6% is the maximum that they receive any benefits. So they ain't gonna go higher than that. So what that means is if you invest 6% of your income, then they will match that amount. So if you put 6%, they'll put 6%. So that's free money because you wouldn't be getting that 6% if you wasn't saving for yourself. So by you saving for yourself, your employee helps you. And that's a benefit that helps them attract better quality employees. All right. So that was one job. You left that job. Now you have a new job at a new corporation. So that old 401k is just sitting there. You're no longer contributing to it. Your employer is no longer contributing to it because you don't work there, so he's not matching nothing. All right. You probably got a 401k at your new job too. So you're on to doing what they're doing. And that one was at one investment firm. This one is at a totally different. So let's say that was at Morgan Stanley. Your new job, their 401k is through Charles Schwab or something, PIMCO, something like that. So what I'm telling you, that old 401k that you had, I want you to roll that 401k over into an IRA, individual retirement account, because you need to have those assets under your control. You need to be the driver of what those investments are, of what you're invested in. You may recall from some of my previous videos, or I tell you, you need to do an asset allocation analysis to understand what are your investments. And that's what I'm talking about. That old 401k at your other job, what you invested in? What's your money in? I don't know. That's going to be your answer. I would be very surprised if you have any clue on what your old 401k, what the investments are in that account. So since you don't know, that means you are not on track to achieve your goal. So retirement, well, that's what the 401k is for your retirement. So then I want to point out, you got a new retirement account, you got a new 401k at your new job. What are those investments? Are they the same ones that was over there? Remember, we're building a portfolio. This portfolio, you don't want to have the same bucket over here that was the same bucket over there. So you're investing in apples over here and apples over there. You don't want no oranges, no pears, no pineapples, no banana. You know what I'm saying? We have to have a plethora of investments. We don't want the same stuff that we had last time. So back to what I'm telling you, with the action that you need to take. The action is roll that 401k over into an IRA. Now, self-directed IRAs is what we're talking about. So I'm telling you, you should get a self-directed IRA. Let me press pause. If you are someone interested in becoming a real estate investor, you need this self-directed IRA. Now, if you have any interest in being a real estate investor, it makes logical sense for you to get yourself an account that is a self-directed IRA account. All right. Now we're gonna start talking about what it is, what I'm doing that for. I just told you technically what you need to do, some of the background on how you can easily get this. So I'm just trying to show you. This is just an account. It's just a type of an account. It's similar to your 401k. It's similar to your regular IRA, your traditional IRA, but the difference is that these two words, self-directed. So a self-directed IRA allows you to control the investments within that account, and those investments are primarily alternative assets. And for today's conversation, those alternative assets we talking about are real estate. All right. So there's a lot of people, some of you, some of the folks on the internet, some of the friends and family that's yours and mine, they want to do real estate investing. And so everyone's going online to learn more. And they're getting this information. And as you put this information together to act on it, you're going to need some things. You're going to need the proper team in place of professionals and the proper accounts, the proper connections, I should say, or resources of different type of individuals. And so let's get a little specific. You need where I'm going to get the money. That's really what I'm trying to say. Where I'm going to get the money, and where are those people who know the shit I need to know that will help me? That's what I'm talking about. So you need to put that team together in order for you to achieve those things that you're trying to do, where as it pertains to real estate. So you probably know all of that. You know, if you somebody taking the online classes in terms of real estate, you're probably hearing all of this stuff. So some of this is going to sound like a refresher, and some of this stuff you can be like, oh, I know that. But I got to tell it to you again, just so that, it's making some sense. So as it pertains to self-directed IRAs, I'm going to start talking about the solid strategies for investing with these types of accounts. So, first bullet, did you know that people are lending from their IRAs to other rehabbers and fix and flippers for their deals? Did you know that people are lending from their self-directed IRAs to other people who are fixing, flipping these properties, or rehabbing and holding? So what I'm trying to tell you is one of the strategies is twofold. If you are a rehabber or fix and flipper, then you need to connect with people who have self-directed IRAs. All right? And if you have a self-directed IRA, you need to connect with fixers and flippers. This is a way for you to make the money. All right. So it's from two sides. I see I'm about to, let me walk through these. So, because I wanted to go off on that, and I'll start talking for an hour just on that right there. So I made these bullets for a reason, to keep me on track. So I'm going to follow these. But this is really a very important point, though, that you need to understand that this is really a pot of gold in these self-directed IRAs. If you have an interest in fixing and flipping properties, then you got to connect with folks with self-directed IRAs. You could go to them and to get the access for the funds for you to get started on the properties. Now, see, I don't want my time to run out on this. So I'm gonna keep smashing through. So it's common to find people throughout this country who are regularly making returns of like 8%, 12%, and 15% in their IRAs just on the points. And so I'm harping on those three percentages because those are the percentages that I see on a regular basis. 8%, 12%, and 15%. And if you are familiar with real estate investment, then you'll know those are the percentages that are often that you get from hard money lenders. Hard money lenders, they're gonna want 8%, or some of them gonna want 12%, some of them gonna want 15%. It might be higher. I mean, I don't even pay no attention to the ones that are higher than that. But the point is, the same thing that hard money lenders are doing, your self-directed IRAs can do. So you can do it with your self-directed IRA, or you can use the money from someone else's self-directed IRA. They're acting as your hard money lender. And so just what you might not know is a lot of hard money lenders, that's where the money comes from. They're using self-directed IRAs. And in fact, a lot of them, they just using the money straight out. I forgot to mention that. You could have a self-directed Roth IRA. So understand fundamentally the benefit here is the tax advantages of IRAs. An IRA is a tax deferred account. So the assets are not being taxed. The tax is being deferred. Now, a Roth IRA is a tax-free account. So if you have a self-directed Roth, those are after-tax dollars. So the monies inside a Roth IRA are tax-free gain. So you hold your investment in there, and now we're talking about some amazing mathematics. Both of them are amazing mathematics. Self-directed IRAs and self-directed Roth IRAs. All right, back to these bullets. So I stopped telling you, I stopped at these percentages that are fundamentally the percentages that you receive in points when you are doing hard money lending out of your self-directed IRA account. So next bullet, the risk is reduced because the investments, which are loans, are backed by collateral, which is the property. That just that makes sense to me. And so let me restate so that you understand what's happening. So if you have a self-directed IRA and you got about 500 G's in it, or 200 or 100, whatever it is, remember, in real estate investing, we want to finance the property, but we can't. Even financing requires a down payment. So the self-directed IRA, the play is to use that IRA for the down payment, and we're going to use the financing for the rest of the money. So we're trying to use other people's money. And I mean, we'll see how far I can go in this conversation, but we'll get to the nuts and bolts of how some of these things work. But fundamentally, self-directed IRA, we want to use for the down payment, and then we can finance the rest. And the income that we're making from these properties are going to go inside the account. We're going to use that income to build up the funds for another down payment. And we're going to do that and do the whole process again. And now we got two properties that are paying income inside of our self-directed IRA that are not paying tax. So the lump sum is higher. If you were doing this in an account outside of the IRA, you're paying tax. Doing it in there, you're not paying tax. So you're growing a knot that's a little bit thicker. And so that is helping you build up another down payment faster. And then, I mean, like I said, we could talk for hours because there's techniques within them techniques. There's ways to parlay that to where, we could really magnify our activities up in here. And so then remember, I'll just pull one out the air right now. So we was talking about using hard money. Well, we can still use hard money lenders. Our uh, we could use our self-directed IRA for the down payment. Use everybody else's self-directed IRA as the hard money lender, and we're only paying them back interest only. So we paying interest only on the loan because we want all the income. So we trying to double up, triple up on the income, put that all on one property that we was just paying. We only owe interest only on, so we can have multiple properties in here, and we using hard money. We keep the hard money just paying interest only. We can keep doing that over and over, over and over. You could do this perpetually. You technically never have to even pay on the principal. You could just pay interest only for a heck of long, years, and then collect the lump sum, the whole knot of the end of the rents, and we using all them rents, and we just dumping them on a property, dumping them, and then maybe it's all about the numbers. We're not gonna do it if it don't line up to where it's gonna making a positive outcome. But just theoretically understand that we could have 5 properties in here. We're paying interest only on all 5. So that means those incomes, the rents are giving us a big lump sum of income. So if we took the rents from all 5 and we just paying interest only on those loans, that means the amount is small. So we put all that income on the first property and pay that sucker off. Then we don't even have that payment no more. So we taking all that income, we don't even have to pay the interest no more. And then all the income above the interest that we were making on the others, dumping them on the second one. And just that's a strategy that came to my consciousness about 3, 4, or 5 years ago, and they called it the Tenx Strategy. I don't know what the hell where they get that 10x from. I guess maybe the strategy is to do that with 10 properties or something. But I liked the name of it, 10x. It sounds cool. So, but basically, interest only payments on all the properties inside your self-directed IRA account. You dumping all the rents payments onto to pay off these properties quick as possible. Pay off that first one. Now you dumping it all onto the second one. Pay it off quick as possible. Now you dumping all onto the third one. Pay them off quick as possible. Dumping all onto the fourth one. Then dump to the fifth one. You got them suckers paid off. You never owed anything but interest only the whole time. You was on an interest only payment. And now I was only on the second, third bullet, but I wanted to point out, you might have heard that's dangerous, because remember back during the mortgage crisis, people who was paying these interest only payments and these adjustable loans, and I'll point out, none of those products were new. None of those products were bad. It's just that people was taking loans that they didn't know what the hell these terms meant. They didn't know the effect that was going to have on them, and they were being told that don't worry, the prices is constantly going up, and interest rates is going to be low forever, and your credit is going to get better, not worse. So you'll just be able to constantly refi, but as you know, that didn't work out that way. And I would love to talk more about that at a later date, because I could talk you to death about the mortgage crisis from an insider's perspective. I seen it about to happen. I predicted it, and I can tell you all about that. But anyway, we ain't talking about that today. So Most investors don't even know that you could have a self-directed account. And so I'm bringing it to you, letting you know about that. So it's kind of a secret that's not a secret. It's just, those who know, and the don't knows is the don't know. And so, I'm bringing it to your attention now, So these accounts allow you to utilize several strategies for investing from your IRA, such as notes. You can invest in notes. You can fix and flip houses. Invest in shares of LLCs. I want you to remember that do commercial real estate investing, and you can invest in the shares of an LLC that do anything. And it just brought something to mind again, something that I'm putting together that is availability at my firm that I haven't started talking about yet, or put a package together for people, and that is investment clubs. And so at my firm, we can service investment clubs as well, and our platform is like off the Richter for investment clubs. I mean, y'all could really do some major leagues get down. So especially if, let's say hypothetically, you got 10 friends, 10 people. You could be anywhere in this country. 10 sorority or fraternity brothers and sisters, right? 10 people from your church, anything, any group of some folks that can communicate and link up. And then you open an account with our firm, then you just hired me, right? So I'm going to talk to you got instant access. You got an advisor you got a facilitator for your investment club right off the bat. So let's say 10 of y'all or more, 100 of y'all. But let's just, for the sake of argument, let's say 10 of y'all. 10 people, y'all create an investment club. So that's a one account of y'all club, and y'all can all make contributions into the club. In addition, I want all 10 of y'all to get self-directed IRAs. So you're investing as an individual, and you're investing as part of the club. Well, the club can take advantage of the self-directed IRAs of all the individuals who are part of the club. It could be one of the mandatory criteria for being in the club. You might have to have an IRA to invest in to be part of the club, or whatever your parameter is. You don't even have to. It don't have to just be self-directed IRAs. But what I'm just pointing out is the benefit there. So let's say the club's investment goals include real estate investing. Well, and the club's goal could be starting businesses. It could be doing whatever y'all want to do. Man,